to go. So we got $400,000 left. That's what we gotta hit right there. 400K in 2 days. But I really think we could do it because Friday is a payday. But today I wanted to show you something since I just got it in from the studio. I wanted to show you something that you probably guys have never seen before, right? This is the kind of stuff that I think personally is what all this is about, right? What being a part of Black Sands is about, what the community is about, all that stuff. So I'm going to show it to you the second this room fills up. I am going to show you a sneak peek at the Black Sands anime. We got some renders in. We got some renders in. We got the voice lines on the renders. So I want to show you this sneak peek. And it's going to be pretty freaking wild. Additionally, if you haven't doubled up your investment yet, now might be the time. 48 hours left, right? We got 48 hours left. So we ain't got that much time left. But like I said, at the end of the day, we got to do 400,000 in the next 2 days, and I think we can do it. Friday is going to be a huge day for us, absolutely huge. But when you start seeing some of these animation clips, you're going to lose your mind, man. You're going to lose your mind. Do I look exhausted? Yeah, I look exhausted, all right, that's for sure. I do. I've been working my ass off. I've been working my ass off. So yes, 100%. This is a brutal week. This is a brutal week for me, Manuel Godoy, because I gotta put the grind in. You know what I'm saying? Let me show y'all some of this real quick. So here you go. You got this is what we got so far. We're like 1,000 away from freaking like $1.6 million. So that's amazing. We're about to cross that milestone. And you know, now that we crossed that milestone, I also want to show you this clip. So let me show you this real quick, and you tell me what your thoughts in the comment section, all right? And hit that like button, man. Why do I only got 3 likes? I got 18 people here, and I got 3 likes. That's fighting words, man. That's why nobody ever shares my stuff, man. That's why YouTube don't like me. So go and hit that like button, man. Smash it. Smash that like button so we can get this going. All right? I'll press play when I get 15 likes. That's what I'll do. I'll press play when I get 15. Because I'm here with 11 likes. We got to get it up, man. I know it's crazy, man. It's crazy how the algorithm works. Like if you don't do these things, then it acts like you don't have nobody that's interested in your stuff, so they won't share it to my community, right? I got so many followers, but YouTube doesn't push it out. You know what I mean? All right, we hit 15, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this video for y'all. Okay. I just got this in too, so it's the first time me seeing it as well. I just seen it like maybe 30 minutes ago.
Will you stay down and join the countless dead? Will you stay down and join the countless dead?
Who's the voice actor? Sounds familiar. Who's the voice actor right now?
Will you stay down and join the countless dead? Will you stay down and join the countless dead?
And we actually rendered out like the entire first scene of the Black Sands anime, so it's way longer than this. It's like 3 minutes long, right? But it's like a little part of it.
Will you stay down and join the countless dead?
Now, one thing is, you know, this is kind of the quality you should expect from what we're going to be doing with the anime. It's obviously doesn't have the final effects, right? It doesn't have the final effects on it, those layers of like shadows and stuff that you would normally see in a movie. But if this is the starting point, right? If this is the starting point, then you can imagine what it's going to be like in the movie theater. You know what I mean? Like if this is the starting point, imagine what it's going to be like in the movie theater. I'm being dead ass. You know what I mean? So
Will you stay?
me personally, I'm pretty excited about this. I know we're going to do big numbers, right? I know if we hit that $2 million, we'll be able to release this year, right? We got to get 2 million though, and don't think that individuals can't make a difference. Today, I got a lot of 250 investors. That's great, right? It's great to get. All I care about is numbers, man. If I get 100 new investors tomorrow and then 200 new investors on Friday, I'm still gonna hit the goal even if they only do 250. You know what I mean? It's like at the end of the day, so long as people are investing and constantly getting in there, we're going to do massive numbers, right? Because every now and then, one or two or three people are going to do big numbers, do big investments. But if you only rely on those, then you're never going to raise millions of dollars. You need people coming in at the very minimum, right? In droves, in droves. So that's what we got going for us right now. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm loving the way the anime is looking right now because that's clean. That's clean. Imagine what happens when we actually put like special effects on it, when we do lighting effects, when we do shadowing and stuff like that. It's gonna look so goddamn good. And the voice acting. When you got Michael Jai White talking about will you stay down and join the countless dead? Or will you rise? A god killer. Ooh, you don't know, boy. You don't know. This is about to be the most masculine show in the history of American animation, right? Because you know American animation be soft as hell. This is about to be the most masculine show in the history of black animation. Dead ass. We about to get it. Nah, don't worry about me, man. I can't help it, man. I'm gonna look exhausted to the day I die. Probably, man. I work a lot, but with that being said, I also have like eye conditions, so my eyes are just jacked up. In general, I have really baggy eyes, like because I just have an eye condition. Like they dry up for like months at a time. Sometimes I'll have like 3 months of extreme dry eye, 3 months straight. So right now I'm in that phase. I'm like 2 months into it. So no matter how much sleep I get, no matter how much rest I get, I'm still gonna look like a mess when it comes to my eyes. Yeah, I know. But at the end of the day, the reality is this though, right? Can they really hang? Because this the thing, right? For a long time, for a long time, I have been trying to make other books, trying to make other things happen and work out. But the reality is, nobody's on par with Black Sands. They just aren't. I wish it was the case that I had viable, you know, viable rivals and stuff like that, but nobody's at the level of Black Sands. They're not, right? And it just takes so much effort to try and get people on par, right? And you can't do it. So, at the end of the day, what I'm trying to do now is just move as fast as possible to the finish line for Black Sands, right? And then I can build an empire of which they can live, right? But this empire is not going to be built as a joint operation. You know what I mean? We're not going to both be able to get there to succeed. It's going to be Black Sands is going to conquer the lands, and then you will be able to settle in the lands. You know what I mean? That kind of vibe. Because I've tried a million times. They can't get to my level. They're not serious enough as business people or whatever. And at the end of the day, it's just not. It's not our caliber. Our caliber is pretty freaking high. You know what I mean? So, we're just gonna do what we can do as much as we can, help people, promote people, and stuff like that. But our only objective right now is conquering the land. That's what we got to do. We got to conquer the land. So, just a heads up on that one. He said, I don't even think there'll be a Black Sands universe. You know what I mean? Like I'm pretty narrow in how I tell my stories. So if it's not a part of the Black Sands, like straight up area of the world, that Middle Eastern area of the world, then it's not going to be in the it's not going to be in the story, right? I'm not going to have like different parts of the world and everything else. It's going to be, if it's not in that Mediterranean area, it's not part of the Black Sands universe or whatever, right? And I think that's a better way to manage things, right? Because a lot of people, what they do is they bring other like genres in, other characters in, and other stories that don't really match up, and then they try to match them up together later on, like try to get them to work together, right? Like how do you get Iron Man to work with Thor in a realistic world, right? It's like Thor's whole verse is so much different from Iron Man's verse, right? But then you're like, but we got to put them in the same story since they're all part of Marvel. Technically, it don't make any sense, right? I mean, you can do it, I guess you can, but you're basically hurting both Iron Man and Thor, right, by making that collaboration, right? Because now their stories are weaker because they have to pull back on what their stories are about. You know, they can't be as powerful or as dynamic as they used to be because it would break the other person's story. So they have to pull back on the storytelling. You know what I'm saying? You can't have Thor, which fights gods and blows up planets, and then have Iron Man, who makes robots. You just can't fucking combine the two without heavily nerfing the hell out of Thor. So yeah, that's just my vibe. Now, hey guys, remember the round is still going on. We got 2 more days left. If you haven't invested yet, please invest. If you have invested already, double up on Friday. All right, Friday's payday. Let's get some numbers up. And we're about to cross 1.6 million. I think we need like $1,000 more. So if any of you guys can get us over that lump, that would be greatly appreciated. I'd like to get that finished up tonight, right? Getting over 1.6 million, and then that's it. You know, we're gonna keep kicking butt. So I'm gonna let you go right now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and that's it. Oh, someone said, "What's the sneak peek?" I'll go play it again for you. I'll let you play it one time. Let me go and play it one more time for the people who just walked in. Let's see. Skip this one. Boop. There we go.
Will you stay down and join the countless dead? Will you stay down and join the countless dead? Will you stay down and join the countless dead?
All right, so there's that sneak peek. All right. Yeah, Asar is a little older. In this, he's older than he is in the comics. In the comics, he's like freaking like 13 or something like that. He eventually grows up a little bit as the story progresses. In the Black Sands comics, like, you know, he's like, I guess by the time the comic is over, roughly around 14. All right, and thinner and thinner. In the Black Sands anime, right? In the Black Sands anime, he's 15 and he's swole as shit. All right, he's a big dude. Like, he got muscles. You know, so he's a little bigger. Same timeline though, so don't worry about it. It's just we just aged him up because that's probably where he should have been in the comics. But you know, when we started making the comic books, we were making them for very young kids, right? We were making them for young kids, and we didn't think there was going to be such a major success with the older generations and teenagers, right? So once we realized that we had a massive like pull in that area, we just aged them up over time, like over a couple of chapters. You know, we aged them up because we were like, they don't need to be that young, right? They don't need to be that innocent. They don't need to be that young. So we aged them up. So where they're at in the anime is where they should have been in the comics. And at season 2 of the comics, because it's almost about to end, season 2 of the comics is going to have them looking like they do in the anime. Is this based on the Kush Empire? No, this is based on Egypt. Kemet. All right. Kush is in it. Kush is in it. You know, Kush does exist. But they're their own empire. They're not, the main characters are from Kemet. All right. What anime will it compare to as far as graphics? I say Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga. Maybe Attack on Titans. Right? Because there are some monsters in the show that are Titan-ish, right? Like Attack on Titan, Titan-ish. They're really big. So in those scenarios, you'll be seeing animation that's very similar to Attack on Titans. But as far as like color palettes and dynamics and everything else, and realism, the realism of Vinland Saga, the realism of of Attack on Titans, as far as like people on people combat, like hand to hand combat, that's very much what you're gonna see in the Black Sands verse. You're not gonna see Naruto stuff where it's like long martial arts combos and stuff like that. You're not gonna see any of that stuff. You're not gonna see people flying from rooftop to rooftop on 1 to 2 jumps. That's not how Black Sands works. It's very much realistic fighting styles and realistic like mechanics, right? They might be super strong, but they ain't super fast, super big, super powerful, super flying. You know, like they're not like, you know, a superhero. You know what I mean? Do we also receive the bronze and ruby card? Do they look nice? Okay, no, you don't get extra cards. So you don't get different cards. So what you should do is just get the highest tier card that you can get. You can choose to get lower tier cards if you feel like it. They don't really do anything. Like the cards don't really do anything except for like flexing that you were here before we were famous, right? They're not. They don't have like any like innate ability. So if you prefer to have the bronze, even though you invested at the silver tier, you just email us and tell us that, and we'll get you the link to the bronze cards instead. You know what I mean? Like it's your choice, right? If you're like, I like Seth more, right? I like Nabet, but I like Seth more. Whatever. Pick whatever you want. Oh, the what's it called? Is it wrong to pick up girls in the dungeon? That one where they kind of canceled it. Yeah, that's definitely the combat style too. That show is really good. I love that show. And combat and is it wrong to pick up girls in the dungeon? Right? Is freaking phenomenal, right? Because it's like it's small room. Like it's not. They don't fight in big areas. They don't fight like by blowing up entire places, right? It's all like grounded in real close range combat, right? Real fast combat, real deadly combat. Like people get killed in like 2 hits, and you know how to pick up girls in the dungeon, or whatever. It's you get killed in like 2 hits. They don't have these long drawn out fights, right? So that's what I love about that, and that's exactly what Black Sands is about. It's like people get taken out quick. There ain't no long fights. Like people get one shotted. Boom. Boom. You lost. Yeah, it's how to pick up the anime is called Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Something like that. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? Even though that name sounds absolutely ridiculous, it's a dead ass serious show. All right. It's a dead ass serious show, and the main character is not a pervert. Even though it makes it think it makes you think that like from the name that the main character has to be an absolute pervert, always infatuated with girls, right? And the reality is, no, that motherfucker is a G. Like he's trying to get stronger. It's a show. It's a beautiful show. I love that show. Best show I've ever had watched. You know, Black Clover is second. Black Clover is a close second. Black Clover is a close second, man. My power is never giving up. Hey, I promise I'll never do bad again. If you could just let me go, I'll turn my life around. And Asta said, "What do you think? I'm an idiot or something? I'm just gonna hit you really hard and knock you out. I'm not gonna give you a second chance. Then you'll probably beat us all." He's like, "Whoa, this kid's actually not as dumb as he thinks, as I thought he was." He's like, "Yeah, Asta's logical. Asta's logical. I was just like, ain't no way I'm letting you get up. I'm gonna beat your ass right now. They're like, but he's such a good kid. He ain't a good kid when it comes to battle. He gonna win. Will this release on streaming platforms in the future? Yeah, of course. Of course. Somebody's going to pay for the streaming services, right? And I hope they have a bidding war. That's what I want. I want $100 million box office. So we get a lot of money up front. And then I want a bidding war for exclusivity of the Black Sands anime on one of the networks. Right? I want it where somebody's like, we'll stream it for 5 million. And then Amazon's like, no, we'll stream it for 5 million. And then Paramount's like, we'll stream it for 5 million. And I'd be like, everybody's saying 5 million, but I want 12 million. Oh, okay, we'll do 12. We'll do 12. And they just start fighting. They just start fighting until somebody stops bidding. And then we get our check. He said, that's what I want. I want the biggest bid we can possibly get for the streaming rights. Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. Now that only happens if we have a big box office. All right? We hit big in the box office, they're gonna have a bidding war. They're gonna have a bidding war. Because it's not about just having the anime. It's also about having season 1 of Black Sands, right? Because the anime is the intro to the Black Sands verse. The season 1 is coming. The first 10 episodes is coming. And that's a package deal. If you want the anime, you're also going to get season 1. So the bids are going to be up there, big time up there. Right? Because they want that exclusively. They don't want to share that. They want the Black Sands fandom on their side. I have no clue what's his name is saying, but he has the right name, Beavis. He has the right name for trolling, that's for sure. Right? Everybody knows how long I've been doing this. Right? And most of the time I'm writing books. It's kind of what I do. I make books. Now I make it an anime. I'm happy. I am so happy. But yeah, like I said, guys, have a good night. Have a good night. We just hit 1.6 million. Great. Great. I'm going to be showing a lot of animation tomorrow, okay? Hope you guys really enjoy it. Peace.